Get a copy of Real Living magazine for your monthly fix of inspirational ideas and tips. Real Living. It's your home, your life made easy. Out now.
Today we're outside this really unique property in a gorgeous leafy suburb. It's actually two properties in one. We've got a 3-bedroom house upstairs and a really large granny flat downstairs. And here's Karen. She owns the house with her mother and brother. It's been in the family for 42 years and she's looking for an offer of around $700,000. Been on the market for 5 months and it still hasn't sold.
Auction day was the day that the interest rates went up.
Oh no.
It was also before Christmas, so it was a no-bid auction.
Auctions are a really good way to sell properties, but they are reliant on a specific point in time. Unfortunately for Karen, she had an interest rate rise on the day of the auction. But she's also had trouble getting buyers' attention.
We've had one offer.
OK. And what was that like?
It was a low offer. The gentleman had bought a property report off the internet and valued the property quite low.
Online valuation tools can be a really easy and affordable way to value a property, but they are reliant on the property having been sold in the last 10 or 15 years. This property behind us hasn't been sold for 42 years, and that's got to be tough for any computer. But Karen has something else to think about. Because she has a big house with a granny flat, she's targeting a specific type of buyer.
Ideal purchaser would be an extended family like we've always had, grandparents and children.
So that means we have to employ a specific marketing strategy. You need to ensure that those unique aspects are highlighted to prospective buyers. You might even want to use some of your marketing budget to actually hire the services of a professional copywriter to write that special piece. When we find that buyer, we need it to really appeal to them, and that's a job for Deb.
First impression of this place is great. The garden is beautiful, but when you open that front door, gosh, it needs an update. There's clutter everywhere. We've got to get rid of that. But the beauty about this place are the wonderful original features that we've found.
So we're going to make the most of things like the wood panelling to create a contemporary space with a retro feel. Let's start by giving this place a big declutter. Junk that Karen had stashed away is going straight into the skip. And there's more work to do out the back.
This kitchen needs a new look, and the way we're going to do that is by painting these tiles. Now, you wouldn't think you could paint tiles because of the glossy finish, but you can. There's a great new product on the market by White Knight. It's called tile paint.
Let's give the tiles a good clean, then it's on with the primer. Now they're ready for the new colour.
We've got rid of the lacy curtains in here, which really opens up the space. It lets the outside come in. And we're painting these tiles pebble grey, a beautiful colour to complement the peach bench tops.
And there we are. That looks more appealing.
The makeover is powering along and our transformation is well underway.
We're depersonalising and decluttering the space to make it easier for buyers to picture themselves living here. This original 60s house will soon have a modern retro feel.
Great picture.
And we're putting all the bulky furniture and boxes into storage.
And look at the space we've created. I think the furniture's going to look fantastic in here.
Our new look is on the way in. We've rented some modern furniture from Valiant Hire. It's so we can get that contemporary feel without burning a hole in our hip pockets.
This chandelier is really beautiful, but not quite right for the look we're trying to achieve today. We're going for a more fashionable retro feel. This is not something you should do yourself at home.
The safe thing to do is use a qualified electrician.
Yeah, one bit more? Oh, that's perfect. Great. The lights are up, and now for the fun bit, styling.
It's another way you can get creative with your interiors. And guess what? We're almost finished.
When I first arrived at this property, I thought it was a little bit country. The furniture was rather clunky. So we've streamlined the look and we've added this beautiful arc lamp, this great Eames chair and that lovely low-lying sofa. We're putting the finishing touches to transforming this original 60s classic into a groovy space. We found this great fabric and framed it on a canvas. We rescued this sideboard from downstairs and we're adding splashes of colour.
When you're thinking about a centrepiece, forget the fruit bowl. Instead, why don't you cluster objects for a dramatic, eye-catching look, using different texture, height and colour. It's a lot more fashionable. And here's a splash of colour. You've been in the sun today, haven't you?
It's been a really tough day of delegating today, but I've done an exceptional job.
Oh, he is so good at telling everybody what to do.
But Deb, have you kept to your budget?
Actually, we're under budget. First, we had to declutter and depersonalise the space to make it easier for buyers to imagine themselves living here. So we packed the place up and put it into storage. Allied Pickfords did it for us for $1,930, which included 4 weeks storage. We then took out all that chunky furniture to create some space and we replaced it with some stylish retro pieces. We swapped the lounge and dining room back to the way the house was originally designed. We then replaced the furniture with new pieces from Valiant Hire. 4 weeks cost us $2,760. We changed the light fittings for some with a more contemporary feel. It's $160 for the lights and $60 an hour for a sparky. Then we painted the tiles in the kitchen to give it a fresh modern look. The tile paint was $85 from White Knight Paints. And the kitchen is a real improvement. So the hall went from this to this, the lounge went from this to this, and how's this for a transformation?